Welcome from Munich, where we have here the brand new 4K SUHD UHD Samsung TV with 55 inches. To the right we have the subwoofer here, that's the black box, because we also have the sound bar here on the bottom in front of the TV. But that's not our main interest point right now. It's about the TV and the brand new Tizen OS that we have been testing now for 2 weeks. Looking really amazing, and we are using it actually here with this nice little remote that you can see, which has a few buttons like source and menu that we will use a lot. Here at the end we have the smart hub right here on the bottom, which we can press, and then the smart hub appears on the bottom. And then also the play, pause, extra, some regular menu keys for DVD menus and stuff like that. But the main thing is the pointer here, where if you put your finger on it, the pointer will appear, and then you can just move around here the mouse to go left and right. If you don't want to use this, there's also another key pad or remote actually in the box inside that you can see here. So that these are the ones with the regular buttons for mute and everything else. Not that interesting for me, and just an infrared port. This one has actually also a microphone built in and connects over Bluetooth, I think, to the TV. And also for the soundbar, another remote, which we also are not using because it mainly has the volume rocker and mute that we would use mostly. But here you can also set up your subwoofer and a few sound effects to make the sound better. Otherwise, let's just stick here with the TV. So what we will do is go here a little bit through the options that you can see here. Everything is in English except for the content, but that's not that interesting for us right now, because what I want to show you guys, of course, is mainly here the Tizen OS, how it works, how it looks like, what you can do. Like for example, I can do voice recognition here. If I hit that and hit the button here in the middle again, I can just do something like volume up, and it went one volume up. Now that's not that interesting for me if you ask me, but something like weather will be interesting, because then it goes here on Google in the browser and we can check out the weather here from Munich, which is interestingly shown that we have, for example, today nice weather and tomorrow thunderstorms coming up, and then again good weather going on. But you can see here the voice recognition is waiting for me for a while after it disappears. And if you're already here, I can show you guys actually also how the keyboard looks like on Samsung. So this is how the keyboard would look like. So I can just type anything I want here quite quick, or I can do again here voice recognition, which should work alright with a few things like the New York Times gadget and bigger content that is known. But if you want to type in something specific, it's not that easy, but English should work quite well. But you have also settings here on the bottom if you want to have some extra prediction stuff. So let's go back here to source, where I will select my 2 USB sticks with 4K content. So I have for one here a video that I was recording at low light with my LG G4 in 4K in Taiwan. Some guys dancing here. But of course a smartphone camera 4K UHD is not the same as it would be with professional 4K UHD. So we'll actually check out also Amazon Instant Video Prime content. And also I want to show you here a little bit how the colors look like on the TV with this. That everything looks quite nice. You can see all the little details on these areas here. The mouse is going a little bit crazy. But yeah, let's just go out here. One interesting thing I want to definitely show you is when you look at pictures in this really expensive actually TV, the pictures look amazing, the colors are quite nice if you ask me, but what is not that amazing is if I hit the play button here on the top, the animations will be really slow, like on a 5-year-old USB media player. So this was low light burger, then we have here something again low light, and the animations are just really not only, they would be alright, but they're just slow and yeah, look weird, as we were able to see. So let's quit here again, and let's switch to the other USB stick where I have more content, like for example a standard recording here with my Sony camera I'm recording here with right now. It's continuing where I left off, so let's just start here from the beginning to show you guys a little bit more in detail that 4K is really looking nice, but there's some details, for example, in my face that look really not too realistic, but not as it would seem on a regular PC. The picture is a little bit smoother, too smooth, cinematic you could say, which is not a bad thing, especially. But I can here hit the menu button, and then if I go here to picture, I can show you the different colors of pictures. So we have dynamic, which is just extremely bright. Standard, what you were able to see right now, so that's how you would see it in real life, I think. Natural is a little bit darker, and my favorite is actually movie. I know it's a little bit more orangey, browny maybe, but I think for my eyes it feels like this is the best. This is more bluish, less bluish, more brighter, and then we have dynamic, which is just extreme. So again, here are the differences. Again, my favorite is movie, probably yours is not, but we can just hit here return and return again, and then let's check out some other content, like for example, I have here some Shutterstock footage, which is just really high resolution, or it's also 4K, but has probably a different codec or no codec at all, because it's just 30 seconds and almost 2 gigs big. And if I hit here the play button, it will tell me first that the audio is not supported, and also that it's just slow. Which is again a little bit stupid, but let's just go here and hit the return button. And then I can show you also a positive thing, that we have here 720p content with H265, which is the latest and best codec for compressing video, and I really love it, because you can see here, for example, in one of my favorite series, Silicon Valley, that it's running smoothly, running nicely, no problems at all. Any codec seems to be appropriate for the Samsung TV, and that's really nice. And of course we're sitting 1 meter away, so about 3 foot, and that's why the picture is not the best even in 720p, but at least a 25-minute show is only 100 megabytes big, and that's quite good. So let me go out here again. And then you can see I have just some more pictures here, where again the picture quality would look amazing, or does look amazing here, but if you go to the next picture, it is just really annoying how slow it is. Let me show you. Bam. Horrible. Okay, otherwise we have of course more network content that we could show you, but that's not that interesting. Let me hit the X button here for exit. Then we are back here for some reason. Let me hit the TV again. And then I will show you another thing here in the TV, what is annoying me actually here in Germany, because of course, or actually it would be probably the same in the US and any other country, that you have a whole range of TV channels that you can use. Like here we have multiple hundreds of TV channels that I could watch right now, but not all of them are available, since they're not all in my package, but they're still shown here in the list. So for example, I don't know, maybe MGM would be possible, but I guess not, because we need a smart card. As I can see here on the top right corner, here maybe I don't need a smart card, the 159 channel, no picture, I guess this is also not available for me. Samsung TV is not telling me anything happens, so let me just hit the next button. Again, nothing. Next. MTV probably also not. Yes. Need the basic package. MTV Dance probably also some package. MTV Hits maybe also some package, and so on. So there's a bunch of channels in here that are just shown in my list, and I can turn off that I don't even want to see them. Munich TV, that one should work actually, because we are in Munich and that's for free. So I can just, if you hit the next button or next and up button, it will show you channels that are not in the list, even though you can, or that you can't watch. What you could do now is of course to go into options and say history, add new list, or you want just all. If I hit the add new list, I can say I only want TV channels, and then it just makes me a list with, again, the TV channels only, the radio channels won't be in there. Now I have here just a TV channel list, and I can also hit and say here, as you can see, oops, here we go. So no, so in options, that I only want, for example, edit channel, edit favorites, edit channel lists, TV, all right. Sorry, actually I wanted to show you that we can only sort here by number or by name. That's again something that's not that interesting for me. If you ask me, I can select here if I want cable. I only have cable right now. Then I can edit the channel itself also, which is again not that interesting. Or I can edit actually here the number, so I can move them up and down because they're right now only here listed by name. So I could do all kinds of editing here by myself, but with multiple hundreds of channels, I don't think that would be an option for me. Or of course, if you have your TV for 5 years, 10 years, then maybe. And if you can move your channel lists from an old TV to a new TV, since they're connected to your internet anyway, that's maybe interesting. But I don't think that most people will actually edit, and they will be just annoyed that there's a bunch of TV channels in here, that there is no signal. And then if you go to the next one, there might be a signal, like here with the 13th Street, but only if it's not in HD, then it's working, and in HD it's not working, or actually even the not HD is not working. So yeah, this is actually quite annoying for me here. If you just want to really watch TV on your TV, that you have to go here and look for everything in the list. This is how the guide looks like. You can of course select anything that you want to watch right now. Again, here it doesn't show you if it's working or not, but you can also say you want to have a shortcut here, or you can also, I think, record somewhere everything, but I'm not sure where. Here you have also your date and time, which is also a nice thing to have. But let's just continue with the Smart Hub, which probably most of you people will be interested in. So if I go to search, I could search here anything that I want, especially via also voiced, which is quite nice. So for apps, you can, for example, easily search here. I could search for the YouTube app. As you can see, it's not always the fastest, which is again quite annoying. And then we have here YouTube, the app almost open, but you can just check out the latest and maybe most interesting videos from your area. Or you can just go here to the YouTube site. You can hit the Smart Hub button again, and then, for example, now just open up Amazon Instant Video. Where of course the content is again in German. I can show you guys, for example, that we have here, of course, HD, UHD content. Even with your standard subscription, I could start, for example, Alpha House. Quite a lot of people like that, and I can just say I want to continue, watch, for example, this episode, and then hit here the continue button. Takes a little while. I have fast internet, so 50 Mbit downstream. It doesn't look like UHD right now, not at all, but it takes a few seconds and then it will switch, because of course it just wants to give you a fast way to continue your show, and then after a while it switches over to HD content, but it takes a few seconds. Now it's looking already better, and now it's actually 4K. There we go. Looks quite amazing. For me, usually it looks a little bit like only it would be full HD, depending probably on the streaming quality or what kind of picture you have set, but it says Ultra HD on the bottom, so it's alright. Let's go back here. Yes, I want to quit. Actually, I want to go over to Netflix, show you guys also that that app is also working quite nicely here, which was already open in the background before. I can say, for example, I want to watch IT Crowd, play the first episode here. And then I can just scramble here in the middle. Or I could scrub to the middle, here we go, hit the play button, and then, yeah, that's again quite good looking, even though of course it's not full HD quality. Should be only HD, here we go, so 720p, which is also enough if you sit a little bit further away from this nice, awesome big TV. So one more thing I want to definitely show you is the complete settings overview. Here on the top, you can see, of course, everything that you have, or half of the stuff that we have seen already. You could also use 3D with, of course, your glasses. You can select your source. I've already shown you that with my extra button here, and we can also turn off the TV completely. What's more interesting is the complete settings here. If you go to the menu all the way to the left, you have here your full settings for picture, for example. Here we go, these are all the picture settings. Then we have sound settings, these are all of them. Broadcast. All right, network, Wi-Fi direct, here the device name again. So you guys know, yeah, this is really 55-inch curved. S-UHD, the smart hub. System. And then also here the support. Now the support is quite interesting for, I think, most people, because you have some tutorials on here, like how to use the voice recognition, the smart hub, and the smart control. Motion control, it doesn't have one. I don't know why right now, but it's not that hard, as you were able to see. And then you have also the possibility to switch to store mode here at the use mode. So there is not much else to show you guys, or at least I won't show you more because the video is already getting quite long. So this was my really short review video with the latest S-UHD TV by Samsung with Tizen OS. I quite like the software overview here in the beginning, and that everything is working quickly and the mouse is working quite nicely. There's a few things, like especially here the channel guide, that I don't like at all, but I like that you can just play any content from any external place quite smoothly, nicely, and yeah, with a great overview, and the picture quality is of course also quite amazing. But if you have for example a lot of blacks, actually it looks alright right now, but sometimes there is strange little dots here on the screen. So thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and this was the Samsung S-UHD TV with 55-inch and curved display from Korea with Tizen OS.